Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Total War Warhammer 2 Vampire Coast Let's Play as Luthor Harkon. If you want to catch the first episode, remember to check the links in the description to find the playlist and pretty much any other relevant information, such as what mods I'm using, the music, or PC specs. Remember as well, if you want to support the series more directly, you can also become a channel member for various benefits. It's tremendously helpful, or you can just subscribe and help the series grow. Episodes are going to be posted on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and remember to leave comments or just give some feedback and suggestions on things you'd like to see in the future in this series. Right, so in the last episode, we sort of established ourselves, we got to know Luthor Harkon, and we had a look at our objectives for the Vampire Coast. One of the first things we did was we drove out the Mutineers from the Vampire Coast province itself by retaking Pox Marsh. We're currently on turn 7, with tensions growing between us and Lockheer Fellheart of the Dark Elves, and his subordinate Jaden is currently raiding outside one of our settlements, although we're not actually at war. Meanwhile, Luthor Harkon himself has stumbled upon the Mutineers' army, just outside of the Temple of Slann, and we've sort of activated a bit of a double time stance, you know, hoping to rush that settlement, get there before they do. And that's kind of where we left off and where we're at. Now, I've already done this turn in the previous episodes, so there's really not much else to do other than just end it, but I thought it would be nice to sort of bookmark the beginning here and have a look at our sort of situation in terms of objectives and how we're doing. So, obviously it's very early on, we're still in chapter 1, we're currently halfway progressing through that. We've occupied, loot, razed, or sacked 2 out of the 4 different settlements. We've already completed 2 bonus objectives, so we've already killed 1,000 enemies in battle with killer cravings. We did that in the auto-resolve, I guess. And then we also have In Search of Sanity. Now, we read these in the previous episode, so I don't think we need to read them now. But then we've got 3 bonus objectives we haven't yet done. Crazy Not Stupid, research 3 technologies. That one's kind of tricky just because I can't really speed it up or anything at the moment, so there's not much I can do there. The next one is Win 3 battles. We're currently on 2, so that seems in the bag. And then we have Reach Rank 5 with the following character, Luthor Harkon. So he's currently on Rank 3. So I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to get at least 4 of these objectives done by the time we complete the primary objectives. Once you complete the primary, it locks out the bonuses, so you want to be able to get that bonus income, which means we're going to get a really big windfall once we do. Alright, so that's pretty much everything all caught up. Just to give you a bit of a frame of reference, Luthor's up here, just outside the Temple of Slann, and then we have our settlement down here, which is currently being raided. And that's it. Let's end the turn. Alrighty, so it seems like Vincent Greer of the Vampire Coast Mutineers has actually chased us and is challenging us to battle. So we can't run away because we're in forced march, so we have to ultimately commit to this, and we're going to fight it out. It means that we're going to be starting the battle in a tired state. So I'm a little concerned on that, but that was part of the plan, you know. The risk was, can we rush their settlement, or do we fight them while we're a little bit more under strength, but at least we're still dividing their armies, right? We're not fighting the garrison plus the army, we're separating them, so that's going to be good. As long as we don't take too many losses, we should be fine to push on and take the town. Let's begin. Alright, we have loaded in to this swampy looking waterlogged terrain, heavy on the forest. Now, I meant to say, I should have said it while we were looking at the deployment screen, but they actually have 2 bloated corpses. So that's really going to be my focus, which is taking those out before they can hit our lines. Obviously, we've seen how devastating they can be. They'll wipe an entire unit off the board, as it were. So we're going to want to avoid that as much as possible. So, I'm not loving the look of the terrain we have right now because we're kind of facing uphill, so we're not going to really get a great angle. Plus, we're flanked by 2 forests on either side. And as pretty as they might look, it just means that bloated corpses in there, we won't even be able to shoot them or see them until they come out. So there's a nice opening out here. It is in water, but of course we're aquatic, so are they. We excel in water, so I don't think that's a problem. I think just because this is flatland... Yeah, okay, I think because this is flatland, we'll deploy out here. And... oh, you know what would be a great idea, actually? We could pop our Mourngulls into the forest here. Now, I'm just looking at the terrain up here. You'll notice that this isn't actually forest. Our units aren't being hidden in here. Huh, this might be a GCCM map. They're being hidden here, but not in the water itself. It seems like it treats this as water terrain, so therefore you're not hidden in it, rather than forest. Okay, well, it's good to know. I just noticed it on the campaign map, or sorry, the radar more than anything there. What we'll do as well is just hide that foliage. Of course, you guys want to be able to see in here a bit better. But yeah, if we just took these guys away just on the edges, actually, you know what? We get into forest here, so we'll just back them off right at the beginning and they'll be fine. Oh yeah, they have Vanguard deployment, so they could actually just start here if they wanted to. The dog as well. Scurvy dogs. So, we'll keep them there. We'll put all the melee just pretty much along here. We'll probably pull them back just a smidge. Put some cannons down. And get our deck droppers just floating above them. Get Luthor in the middle. Is that it? What are we missing? We're missing the 2 weaker melee units. Just pop them here, it's fine, doesn't matter where they go. We'll move them in a second. Alright, so the plan basically is just pull back to about there. Cannons can just chill over there. Luthor can chill with them. Alright, we'll start scouting out these guys, and then we'll just pull our Mourngulls just a smidge back into the woods, just a bit deeper. So here's the situation. Hopefully that gives you a nice battlefield overview there. You can see all the units and their icons and where they're moving to. If we do that, you can see it even more. And then we have the enemy pushing towards us. Now we can see one of their bloated corpses is on the way, straight into the forest. I'm guessing the other one's already in there somewhere. But thanks to the terrain, we should actually spot them coming into the water, if they do. A bit earlier than we otherwise would.
Sea prey.
Now, interestingly, Luthor, of course, whoa, there we go, is, he's a coward. His current state of mind is that he is a coward, meaning we want to keep him a bit further back because his leadership is suffering. It's very small, obviously, to see this, but essentially you can see in the tooltip that his leadership is just slightly down. -15, it says it right there, other. I actually never knew it showed you the breakdown of that. That's kind of cool. Now, as well, I was looking behind the scenes at what this does. So Fractured Mind essentially is rolling between these tooltips. So Furious, Longanimity, Malcontent, Empowered, and Tranquil. Every 60 seconds, one of these becomes active. I don't know if it's in a row or if it chooses one randomly, but he has the first one, which is Furious. So right now he's Furious, just on the battlefield, but that's separate to the fact that he's apparently right now a coward. So another thing that's a bit different is they have Zombie Pirate Deckhands mob with pole arms. So they are going to be an anti-large unit. Want to kind of keep them away from our Mourngulls. They're heading right towards them right now, actually. But they're hidden, so they shouldn't really see them engage them. They are master ambushers. So we're still waiting for them just to appear. There we go, we can actually see them now. Oh, they're right next to each other, both of them. If they both stay on the right, that'd be great, although they look like they're almost separating a bit. Because, coincidentally, we put all the guns out this side. Luthor also can shoot at them, so I might put Luthor with them. I'm going to turn off guard mode as well for most of our units. I really need to disable that in the options. Yeah, there they are. Alright, I'm going to move forward. Skip these guys over that way and get firing on them in a second. Let's run Luthor over to the right. Now, we're very light on actual melee over on that side. So I'm going to do a bit of that, spread them out a bit wider. Alright, we really need to start shooting at these guys pretty much right now. Just turn your angle and then I'll give the order. He's already halfway down his health. There we go, nicely done. Easy peasy. That wasn't too bad at all, actually. Where is he? Oh, I couldn't see him for a second. There he is. Let's go. There we go. Oh my god, shoot back on his own troops. Yeah, damn, if he went backwards into his own troops, that would have been awesome. Alright, great. That was easy enough. Let's just angle ourselves correctly. Can we spring our trap yet? Yeah, I think it's time. These guys have engaged. It is the pole arms, but we'll hit them from behind with one of the Mourngulls. And then we'll send the dogs out the back as well. So out from the forest they come. Smash into their backs. And I might just pull them out even for a minute now that they've just crashed in there and done some damage. Oh no, they're fine. The other ones are moving too. Let's run Luthor out to fight Vincent Greer.
Gunnery mob.
Now this is a bit of a problem area over here. We'll have to deal with that in a second.
No escape.
So that side is completely done now. Wow. Yeah, they're basically dead. Oh, there is actually units there, but they're crumbling big time. Oh my god, he got absolutely flung across the map. Alright, everyone's firing in. Just have to hope this gunner unit doesn't take too much damage. They're okay so far. Battle is raging between Luthor and Vincent. We'll just activate our power siphon on him, make him a bit weaker. Luthor's not really meant to be in melee combat there, but we'll see how it goes. This area is breaking as well, which is good to see. Surprisingly, our unit's breaking a bit. Maybe they're getting shot. A little friendly fire, perhaps. Dogs are basically done as well. Send them in. And they're hanging on longer than I thought they would have. It's okay. I think we've done alright though. I haven't really taken any losses. Haven't lost any units. Not yet. Everyone's basically dying. So just really quickly, what spell is that he's used on me? He's used Spirit Leech. Negative 30% Vigor. Oh, that's not that bad then. Okay. Is that all that is? And then a 75% chance to deal 75 armor-piercing direct damage to one entity per second. Alright. So it is doing a little bit of damage every now and then. Wow, they were all gone already. Damn, I wanted to zoom in and see him kill Vincent Greer, but job done, I guess. Easy enough. Alright, that's it. Alrighty, so a job well done, if I do say so myself. We didn't let the bloated corpses get any kills. Got 840 gold. None of our units died, and we only lost 267. Certainly better than the Pyrrhic victory we would have got if we just auto-resolved it, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that as a result. Now, we could get 5% replenishment to then push on to the town, which is pretty tempting, or just go for the 600 gold right now. I think I should go with replenishment if we're going to be pushing, so I'm going to do that. Assimilate the captives. Alrighty, what do we have here? Fleshy Fortune. Ahoy there! We've come across an enemy encampment devoid of life and littered with corpses. Half-devoured bodies are scattered about the clearing. The fallen dead were elite riflemen. Surely one among them will be of use to us. Or perhaps we should seek out the creature that caused this massacre. So we have a choice. We can either get a Gunnery White or a Mourngull Haunter. Now, I actually don't really know what a Mourngull Haunter does. I know what they look like. I kind of remember them, but I don't know what they, what their role is. It says they strike fear into the hearts of their helpless prey. A Gunnery White are masters of the ballistic arts. Even in death, Gunnery Whites maintain the lines and a steady flow of black powder. I'm going to go with the Gunnery White just because I know what they are now, and I think they're more beneficial anyway to the kind of composition of our army. And of course we'll get a Mourngull Haunter a little later down the line. Oh, so we just got him right there. His name is Will Kelly. Armor gained, a charmed shield. The front of this shield depicts a warrior being blessed by a nameless lady. Its wielder gains protection from the sigil, especially against foes armed with missiles. Melee defense 7, and the ability Charmed Shield. It's a ward save that lasts 15 seconds. It has a minute cooldown. It gives us 20% damage resistance and a 25 missile parry with shield. Now, does that mean you need a shield to be able to use that part of it? I would think so. It's kind of how it's written. Although the item itself is a shield, which is a little counterintuitive. But I think it just means that if the unit... Like, Luthor doesn't carry a shield. Anyway, it's been given to him automatically because he didn't have anything in that slot. So, fair enough. Extra melee defense at the very least. Manon's chosen. Alright, so we just got a Gunnery White. So we have this lore about them. As most necromancers... Well, actually, let's set the scene. Can we do that just a little bit? A little zoom in.
Gunnery White.
There he is. As most necromancers know, it is notoriously difficult to get a reanimated minion to use a firearm with any level of dexterity. Sorry, I'm butchering it. As most necromancers know, it is notoriously difficult to get a reanimated minion to use a firearm with any level of effectiveness due to their limited dexterity. Some men are so adept in their use of weaponry during their lifetimes, however, that the winds of magic imprint those skills upon them, so they may also manifest after death. The rifle-wielding Gunnery Whites are examples of this phenomenon. carefully animated from the corpses of high-ranking marksmen and artillerymen to be as obsessed with gunpowder in death as they were in life. Most were skilled mercenaries, part of the constant stream of brigands from the Empire, Kislev, and lawless places such as the lands of the Border Princes, taken to the oceans in search of riches and adventure. Now, I didn't know this, but... I forgot one of my shaders wasn't active there for a sec. I didn't know this, but they can actually dig for treasure. And in between episodes, I was looking around at things we could do and have to do. I never actually got the treasure that was up in this area for digging for it. So we'll send him up to Pox Marsh and we'll get digging. Now, what else does he do? He does training, where he gives 30 experience per turn if he's in an army. His local effect constantly is to boost the income by 5%, so that's pretty good for this little area. And obviously it can be ranked up. And then if he targets a settlement, a hero, or an army, he can either steal their technology, wound, or block them. Alright, so let's just move all the way as close to the town as possible, and then we'll do a dig. Off you go, Kelly.
More graves, more crew.
There we go, easy as that. Sleep is not required, for in the north there is something harsh amidst the treasure in the marsh. Easy peasy. Great hoard of treasure. 2,000 gold and 150 infamy. We're now level 13. We're ahead of Aranessa Saltspite, a legendary lord far off on the east of the map. She might come knocking. The deckhands were digging all through the night till their rusty spades clanked against an old chest buried in the dirt. The treasure was found. Awesome, that's a great little windfall of money. And we can now use Curse of the Sea Mist. It's said that when the dead come from the sea to stalk the land, they are shrouded in fell mist, a thick, evil fog which gathers around the admiral commanding them. So that's this one here. 3,500 to use it. 30 turn cooldown, 5 turn effect duration. All regions belonging to you will be covered by cursed mist, causing attrition to any foreign armies. Campaign movement range is increased for my armies by 25%, and then an attribute. Vanguard deployment for all Fellbats, Deck Droppers, Death Shriek Terrorgeist, Animated Hulks, Bloated Corpses, Rotting Prometheans, Sirens, Rotting Leviathans, and Necrofex Colossus units. And then we're obviously immune to that attrition. That's pretty cool. So if we really need to go on the defensive and we have the money to do it, we could enshroud ourselves, I guess. Now, lots of stuff has actually happened in between turns just now. In the wars declared, politically speaking, diplomatically speaking. A war is being declared. Oh no. War declared between the cult of Sotek and the Vampire Coast Mutineers. So the Vampire Coast Mutineers have raised a new army under Henry Nutt. And it looks like the legendary lord Tehenwin, something like that is kind of what he said. They've gone to war with them. But another kind of spanner in the works here is that a war has been declared between Lockheer Fellheart and the cult of Sotek. So while they're now looking to do a bit of an opportunistic attack on the Temple of Tlenkan, they're now going to be getting attacked by the Blessed Dread, you would assume. I'm just going to click the Blessed Dread.
Gilgadresh and slaughtered the tigers of Ind. You think me intimidated by you?
Tigers of Ind, eh? Tigers of Ind, you say? If that's not confirmation of Ind in Warhammer 3, I don't know what is. But yeah, no, interestingly, they don't actually... Do they border? They kind of border, I guess, just here. Teclis is jumping on them as well. Oh man, this place is getting... Even though it's such a small little area, there's so many legendary lords around here doing their thing. So Teclis isn't actually at war with anyone. Lockheer Fellheart's faction is now going to be pushing towards the cult of Sotek from behind. Tehenwin is pushing north, away from where he's now just been declared war on. And, unfortunately, you might think, oh, just go and take the city. We can't. The river is blocking us. We're in forced march right now. We wouldn't be able to take it. If we turn off forced march, we can't get there. So that is an unfortunate set of circumstances where basically we are not able to get up there. And we're not at war with him, and he's taking attrition at the moment. I wonder why that is. What's the, Vampiric Corruption's quite low. Well, anyway, let's just give ourselves some benefits. We're after ranking up. We're level 4. So I'm going to get Route Marcher. Those who know the land and its secrets will travel faster and further than the foes who don't. And the next one I had to look at ahead of time was Ghost Fleet. Beyond this, I'm not really too sure what I'm going to specialize in, but I think this is good. Extra replenishment rate, and then the leadership aura size. Want to replenish a bit faster and better. Still don't have enough money to build anything. Or is it just that we don't have... You need 4 population surplus. We're at 3. Oh, next turn we'll get a surplus. Sweet. I need to make a choice now. Either... yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go a little crazy. I'm gonna force march to get us across the river and right up here. Actually, I don't need to do that. Don't need to do that.
Back to your ranks.
We'll just hop across the river. That puts us in range of the temple, so it's only 1 turn away. If they take it, sorry, I hit the mic there. If they take it, then we might go for them, depending on what kind of losses they end up suffering. They have attrition at the moment. We don't know the full extent of all that. We want to bring up the Gunnery White as well to reinforce us. And while we're here, we can actually just encamp, and we'll get a little bit of replenishment back as well. We can always raise that in future then. So I think, let them fight. They have a garrison. It's not just the little units here, right? So what do they got? They've got a decent garrison, right? Size-wise. Probably not the strongest, but... And this is a legendary lord, so no doubt he's got some monsters and good units in there. So when they fight, we'll have a look, see if we can take up some of the pickings. But it means declaring war on the cult of Sotek. But we're only at war with 1 faction, so if we open up with them, it seems like the Blessed Dread are probably busy now. So they might be working out in our favor. As long as the High Elves don't do something crazy. Now, with this money, I think what we'll do is build the port here finally. So this port's going to give us 200 income. 273, actually, because of the several bonuses we have. So let's activate that. 1,800 gold. She's replenishing all the time. I don't think I want to get any more units with her. We'll just leave her as is. I want to do some more building. So we'll save the money. Alright, I think that's basically it for this turn. Now I'm just going to check diplomacy really quickly.
The cursed deeps shall be your watery grave.
Non-aggression. Count Noctilus. Who's he at war with? Calidor, as the High Elves, Bordello, and Carcassonne, Bretonnians. Yeah, well, non-aggression at least, just so he doesn't do anything crazy. He shouldn't, but just in case.
Pay tribute.
It's a shame we can't get trade yet. We haven't been trading with anyone. Maybe when we get a few more things built, extra ports established and so on. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this turn. I'm very curious to see now what the High Elves do, what Teclis does. Want to see exactly what Tenewan does, see if he takes this down. And that's basically it. We'll read some lore, I guess. Maybe if we end up going to battle with Tenewan, we'll then read about him. Alright, let's go. Alrighty, so faction destroyed the Vampire Coast Mutineers. I feel a little bit bad that I wasn't the one to put them in the ground and then, I guess, raise them back up. The Bray herds come. Out of the dark forests, fetid jungles, and lonely deserts they emerge, the horned ones that stand upright in a vile parody of man. They are the cloven ones, the children of chaos, and they have come to tear down all civilization. The war herds are migrating and destroying everything in their path. Well, that's not good. That was pretty unexpected. Mission issued. Bury them in lead. In battle, eliminate a lord belonging to any of the following enemies of the Dread Fleet. Oh, that's an interesting... Is that a normal kind of thing in the game, or is there a mod doing that? That's really cool, though, either way. Excuse me, to get context missions like that, where it's like, hey, you just non-aggression with someone who's at war. Now you've got a mission. Maybe it would have done that anyway, I don't know. 23 turns, don't see that happening anytime soon, but I would like to do that kind of thing. We just sort of need to get ourselves properly established here first. So, Tenewan is actually taking the town and taking out that faction. He's got 14 units, we've got 16. We're under strength, but so is he. The Gunnery White's going to be moving up. I don't think we can collect treasures with them. It says it has to be searched with a lord, so we can't do it with him. Blessed Dread are just kind of chilling out there. What I'm thinking is... I almost want to let the Dark Elves and the Lizardmen fight each other, and as soon as Tenewan leaves this place, we can go take it and establish a pirate cove. In the meantime, what we could do is sail out, grab maybe some treasure and things like that we can find just out and about, and then we can also build and come back with a full stack. Because we'll probably have the money to do it. So I'm going to do that. I don't like delaying, but I just don't think... I don't know. I'd have to declare war to see what he has. That's the tricky thing.
You say something.
So let's just sail out. I'm gonna make the call. Off we go. Alright, so gotta watch out for these beastmen as well and see what they do. Alright, so the Gunnery White's on the move. He'll stay in our region, giving us the 5% money effect as well, which is good.
Set sail.
Keep going. Alright, nice. So, Penny Wake. No one declared war on me or anything, but we did also find the Boys of the Forbidden Coast. Interestingly about these, they're part of one of our little missions, aren't they? The Pieces of 8? Yes, they are. Again, kind of need to see what they've got. Probably not too bad, but again, I just don't think we're ready. We have very, very squishy units. Now, what I'm thinking of doing, can we build while we're at sea? No, because I'm after going into double time. But what I'd like to build is build this, and probably build this building, right? The holes in the side, and that'll give us recruitment of zombie pirate gunnery mob, because we're actually a bit low. We're a bit more heavy on melee, which is weird. So, okay, I've got a weird idea as well. I'm going to delete this building and replace it, because we're not leveling up here for a while, surplus-wise, to get another thing. Alright, let's end the turn. So basically, plan at the moment is collect some treasure. Hopefully Tenowon is going to react to the fact that he's at war now with the Blessed Dread. As you can see, when I click them, our UI changes to show us that they're at war. So if I click off, that's how that works. So it's just good to see generally. So yep, they're still at war. They're going to head out that way. Alright, let's end the turn. We're making a little bit more money now because of the port that's just been finished as well. And the raiding has stopped. Teclis is next to us, and he's just taking attrition. Alright, we have a mystery pirate. One of your cronies has sent an intriguing message, Captain. It seems there be a mysterious pirate shadowing our movements, passing through the taverns along the coasts and asking suspicious questions in no friendly terms. We'd best stay vigilant. I have no idea what that's about. That's pretty cool, though. Demolition complete. So we got rid of that building. That's fine. So I'm going to build a replacement one now, which is the melee version. Kind of a waste of money, but hopefully it'll work out in the end. Oh! Well, that's really unexpected. What the hell is he doing? Tenowon is actually following me as I push out this way.
My madness is not weak.
Now we have to turn off forced march and just push up here.
Of course.
It's cool to see a ship, though. So what have we gotten? Beast from the Deeps. The remains of a large sea beast are spotted floating in some nearby backwaters. The unidentified creature has been inexplicably ripped to pieces by an explosive force, its belly torn open and exposed. This mysterious find could prove bountiful, for who knows what devoured treasures might reside within its guts. An unidentified ship has also been spotted nearby, rival scavengers, whoever they are.
The ocean
You're not the only one to share the
all.
salvage. Sorry, you're not one to share salvage with anyone. So a great horde may be received. You'll have to defeat a foe in battle. Again, see, I don't know how strong this foe is going to be, so I'm going to have to say no to it. I know that's kind of annoying, but we're not full strength, and I don't know how strong they are. Until I have a full stack, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take whatever we can get and use that. He waited for the rival salvagers to leave, after which he sent crew in to take a closer look at the sea beast's remains. The majority of the loot had already been taken. But fortunately, there were a few small sacks of gold left behind to make it worth your effort. These pirates may be greedy and opportunistic, but they weren't very thorough. So there we go. We got 1,000 gold, you know, it's 1,000 gold. I'll take it. Now, while we're here, we can actually get building, right? Yeah. We can build up our strength and then come back. That is really bizarre that he's following us. You can see our vampiric corruption starting to take hold, though, so which is cool. And I guess from the Mutineers. Here's our Gunnery White. Very odd that they're not reacting to, you know, the Dark Elves that are, I guess, also not reacting to them. It's a strange war. But our territory for once is actually clean and clear. Although we are suffering low loyalty here with Penny Wake. Now, she wants to actually establish pirate coves in order for her loyalty to go up. So we're going to have to endeavor to do that. How much money do we have? 2,500. Now that we got that extra money. So we could build this. What does it give us? It goes from 5 to 10% for campaign movement range for armies starting in this province. Income from raiding 30% in all forces in adjacent regions. Attrition -10. Income from all buildings 10%. And provides an extra garrison. Again, good to have. Actually, this building provides extra garrison in blood swamps as well, so now we should have like 9 units, I think? Yeah, okay. Feeling a little bit more confident now. We still have our army holding out here, in case any problems happen. And the Gunnery White is on his way.
Not stupid.
Not stupid. I love when he says that. I did kind of ruin it though, sorry. Alright, let's just take a look at that ship in closer detail. It's so cool. It makes me really wish they had naval battles. Would have been nice. Alright, let's end the turn. I don't know what we're really going to be waiting for now. I guess I'm going to just keep pushing, getting that. There's a treasure here, and there's also a treasure all the way out here. I think I might just go for that one, and then double back, and hope that Tenawan pushes back in and leaves this area. We've also spotted the Huntsmarshal, the Empire, is over there. You could think about attacking him as well. Basically, we're not at war with anyone. We're going to have to choose someone to fight. And I can't imagine he's really replenishing. I don't know if they replenish at sea. I think that might be a vampire coast only, but I don't know. I wish we had a traditional spy so I could really see what's going on with them. What are they doing? How is he trespassing?
The ocean surrounds us all.
Share pirate tales. Envoys from the other pirate lords approach us with an offer. Gold and rum in celebration of your exploits. Note, this event will occur every 30 turns, so on turn 40. Maybe 41. So, we can say no, or we can spend infamy in order to get money. And then we'll also get squiffy landlubbers. Regale them with some minor tales of your crew's latest adventure. Income from raiding 25%, public order -1 everywhere, and recruitment cost is reduced. I'm obviously going to take that. I don't really care about the infamy right now. RNS Assault Spike can take me over for all I care. Actually, hey, what the hell's going on? We're after getting an extra person added in here. We have Carlil Lothreef is now number 14. Bizarre. Okay, so very weirdly, we're being trespassed. Where is this happening? By Salmi Ak. So he's crossing our territory. It looks like the cult of Sotek has a second army pushing down towards the Blessed Dread. Now, the legendary Lord Tenawan is still following us, like right behind us, as if he's at war, but he's not. He's right behind us, and weirdly, he's taken attrition now. He's actually nearly back to full strength also, which is kind of interesting.
Harkon rolls.
Oh, that's not a treasure. That's actually just a straight-up island. That's funny. Okay, then. Well, I think I'll just start pushing back and start raiding them or something. Don't know, is there a way we can replenish where we are? No, I don't think so. It would be nice to replenish at sea, but I think, yeah, I just don't think we can. I think we have to be in our own sea region. Alright, let's, why can't I do this, by the way?
Yes?
Army can't move in its current stance.
As you were.
Oh, right, sorry.
Navigating.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go. So gonna head back. He's being taken attrition. He's gonna take attrition. Oh, the Beastmen are there as well. What I want to do is get out and start raiding. Yeah, sorry that I'm so indecisive. Oh yeah, we can't force march now. Maybe just hop out somewhere back here, start raiding again. I don't want to accidentally get into conflict with them. It'd be perfect if the Beastmen attacked Tenawan and we could just like sweep in. But ultimately, I'm looking at these two settlements. They don't have walls. I want to be able to take them. Now, our Gunnery White is just here. We could pop him up somewhere here as well. Do we have any more treasure maps? Not at the moment. Can we see their garrison? We actually can. Cold One Riders. So 7 units in total, nothing too crazy.
Make this quick.
And we can start recruiting now, even though we're at sea, so we should do that. Perfect. Great. So we can now upgrade Pox Marsh, or we could upgrade to get our own polearm units. And for a war with the Lizardmen, this would be perfect for all the kind of dinosaur units and stuff they have. So let's do that. 2 turns, 1900 gold. That's again down here at the Blood Swamps. Pennywake looking after the place. Let's see what we can get her. Invocation of Nehek. And then we can get her the Drowned Dead, which is going to allow her to summon a unit of zombie pirate gunnery mob. Not the strongest unit or anything, obviously, but summoning units on the battlefield is pretty good for an army that is a little under strength, I think. Alright. I guess we're kind of slow playing it, but I'm liking the development so far. Compared to my trial runs, I'm managing. And I've gone further than my trial runs as well now, so. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's end the turn. So ultimately, we have to find someone to fight, right? It's either going to be the Lizardmen or the Empire. I'm thinking we go for the Lizardmen. And that way we build a little bit of relations with Blessed Dread. They'll like us for attacking their enemy. And it's better to fight an enemy that's at least spread a little thin. I just worry that the Blessed Dread will end up just, you know, we'll take the brunt of the fight, and they'll end up being the ones to take territory. So I'm, you know, aware of that as a potential problem. Let's end the turn anyway. Alrighty, so we have Wax and Wane. As the Great Vortex vacillates on its axis, the winds of magic fluctuates distressingly, eliciting wide-eyed portents of doom from hedge wizards throughout your empire. The troops are cowed by these omens, and leadership has decreased faction-wide. -6, only for 3 turns though, so it's not so bad. Now, in between, I noticed that territory has changed hands here. Marcus Wolfhart? His expedition used to own this territory, the Temple of Kara, but now it's switched over to Slann, another Lizardmen faction that I can't pronounce. And they've actually been declared war on by the World Walkers, which are a Norscan faction. I didn't know Norska was so far deep south. They are walking the world. Right, Tehenhoan is just absolutely shadowing me like crazy. Let's just have another scope out our coastline here. Some Blessed Dread fleets. We have Teclis venturing very far south. What the hell's going on with that?
Master of the White Tower.
Oh my god, he's actually at war with them. We never got a message about that, did we? I didn't see one. Yeah, wow, he's actually at war with them. And we don't see anything here. He might actually be able to take this town. We haven't yet seen, actually, Lockheer Fellhard in the flesh. We've only ever seen other armies and lords, you know, of his faction. That does change things. Let me just check diplomacy with the Blessed Dread specifically.
I have sacked the Temple of Gilgadresh.
So the Cult of Sotek and Teclis are now at war with him. Okay. I know I really want to have a battle. Badly. But I'm going to sail for the treasures. I think I might just sail for this treasure, actually. Yeah, we'll just sail for that treasure. Oh, hello. Ashuk the Bloody. So that's actually one of the pieces of 8 that we need to get. Or they have one of the pieces of 8. We'll come back to them. We're just not ready yet. We're too squishy. I'm waiting for my opportunity. I'll move that gunnery white around as well. Alright, so in 1 turn, we should complete the Deckhands Boneyard, giving us the Deckhands mob with pole arms, which means we can deal with large. Once we can deal with large, we should be able to deal with anything, well, not anything, but a lot of the stuff that the Lizardmen can throw at us at the moment. So what I'm planning on doing is we'll come back, we'll get that treasure, we'll land at Poxmarsh, heal up, meet up with Penny Wake, and transfer some polearm units into the army, push back in, and attack them there. We'll keep her south just in case we get waged war on by someone else. Like we'll send her back. But for now, we'll run forward.
Serve for eternity.
She can't recruit right now. Anyway, I should have forced march. Damn, I keep forgetting that you can't just do it after you've already moved. I really need to get in the habit of remembering that. All the other Total War games you can, so I just always forget. I think it's actually Grimhammer that does it, but I don't know. Alright, so yeah, that's an interesting development. The fact that Blessed Dread are under attack now from the High Elves and Lizardmen. Marcus Wolfhart's being kicked out. I don't like this idea of a Lizardmen Lustria, of them kind of coalescing together, because God knows they could confederate or something and become very powerful indeed. Alright, we'll end our turn here.
The ocean surrounds us all.
Alright, now that's very surprising. Before we read this, although I can't knock it away right now. Faction destroyed Clan Pestilence. That's Lord Skrolk. Speaking of solidification of Lustria, one of the major Skaven players has just been knocked out. Alright, so supplies adrift. The sight of a wrecked ship is nothing new for a seasoned pirate, but this particular one heralds a welcome surprise. Packed to the keel with brand new weapons, armor, and gunpowder, the ship's cargo hold is several times the size of our own. However, some supplies will have to be left behind. What should we do? Or, sorry, what should we loot from the ship? We could reinforce the front line with fodder no more, giving us more melee attack and armor. Or we can use gunline, giving us extra missile range and reload reductions. I don't know if range is really that important to me, or reload reduction. If it was missile strength, I think I'd go with it. So instead, I'm going to go with fodder no more. At least our melee infantry will be better. 10 for melee attack and armor. The core of any army as its frontline troops, as any general worth their salt should surely know. If they break, everyone behind them becomes instantly vulnerable. These supplies will help our dead boys up the front, I reckon. Right, we're still being tailed a little bit by Tehenawan. Now, actually, before I make any plays, let's see how things are going. So I don't see Techless anymore. Lizardmen are out of our territory. We finished our building, construction of the Deckhand's Boneyard.
Sea dog.
We'll get moving up here.
Get going.
Start recruiting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and we will circle back around. Let's hit into the treasure that's here. What does it say? A mysterious island.
The sea whispers to me.
And we're not there. Oh, sorry.
I know these waters.
The Remnants. A strange campsite is discovered, populated by statues. A fire still burns and a cooking pot bubbles, and yet no living thing attends, just statues, fashioned in the throes of a failed escape. Then in the undergrowth something hisses. This needs to be a lightning-fast raid. Fortified grog, your army will perform better in battle, or those who escaped, your army will perform better on the campaign. Your fleet-footed escapees will increase your movement range and replenish your armies, or movement and army-wide regeneration in battle. No, I'll go with this one just because we need to get back home, we need to land. If we can move faster and replenish faster, that'd be great. Favorable winds. Campaign movement range 25. Extra treasury. The treasury is nice, but we didn't actually get what I thought we would, which was replenishment. It said we would.
Going ashore.
I'm after doing it again, didn't I? I'm supposed to. I should have force marched. Oh, we were already on full speed. How's that possible? We weren't able to get a treasure thing when we're on full speed. I don't know. I don't know, but okay. Normally if you go into full speed, like we did in the previous episode, you're not able to get treasures, but it didn't seem to either. Did I click it afterwards? Maybe I did. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Alright.
Yes.
I'll have to watch it back. Just like I watched back the puzzle I did in the last episode and realized exactly what I did wrong, just FYI. At least I'm pretty sure. I think it was the third option over. And it seemed pretty straightforward actually once I thought about it. Get the tunnel vision sometimes. Alrighty, so the plan at the moment is to land Luthor here, start healing up, merge with Penny Wake, and then push deeper back into Lizardmen territory and take the fight to them. Before we do that, maybe we'll look at diplomacy. Is there anyone that wants to trade? You're getting kind of happier with us.
I choose your words.
Trade agreement, there we go.
Stand before
This is futile.
Come on, dude.
Oh,
900 gold and you wouldn't do it. At this point, I'll get... Why can't I add to it? Oh, sorry. 1260. Come on, dude. That's insane. It only makes 77 at the moment. Or 80. Who else? Followers in Nagash.
Hear my tomb blade hungers.
You don't want to do it either?
Its next meal. Not this.
Come on, Harkon. Damn. We've been left out in the cold here. Alright, we'll have to just end the turn. Let's go. Alright, Amanar attacks. Chiappa. Oh man, the Dark Elves are not having a good time. Amanar stirs. The coastal region has suffered widespread damage after the beast rose from the deeps and left a devastating trail of destruction. I think that kills armies and destroys buildings. That's pretty rough. It only happened coastally though. They're so lucky that it didn't happen to them just now. Techless could just walk in there and destroy them now. Man, he's really getting all the luck. Tehenawan seems to have turned around, which is interesting. And these just waged war on a new faction, Clan Mange, another Skaven faction. Again, the Lizardmen are in cahoots, working together to clear out everything in Lustria that isn't a Lizardman. Alright, well, let's land anyway. Let's turn off that forced march. Let's go normally.
I'm getting twitchy.
The galleon
Alright,
away.
we're healing. We've replenished. That's all good.
Don't linger.
Oh, there he is. It still looks like he's coming our way, actually. He's still facing our way. We'll merge up to get some training done. And we're healing here. I'm saving a slot for the Gunnery White, and then we're going to replace some things too. But good. Everything looking good. We're healing. Everything's fine. We've got more money now. I could try yet again to get some trade going.
Genuine competition.
Although it seems even less likely now.
Be dead. Get out of my sight.
Oh, come on, dude. Alright,
You say something.
not much for us to do then. We've got 1800 gold. Nothing really to spend it on. In another turn, we can get the level 2 portholes for our ship. And that'll give us the zombie pirate gunnery mob with handguns. A little bit better stuff. But after this, yeah, these two armies together can just push deeper into Lustria and start waging war on the Lizardmen. Or we can wait for Tehenowin to come all the way around, just attack him at sea, sink his ship. Alright, we'll end the turn. Alrighty, 2 more wars declared. Another Lizardman faction, Itza, has gone to war with Clan Mange, and the followers of Nagash has gone to war with Chevalier de Leonesse. So Tehenowin is getting closer, so it seems like he's all in on coming at us, or chasing us still. Now why can't I? Wrong faction.
Admiral of the fleet. Swiftly now.
Oh, we're just a little bit too far. That's terrible.
Pirates.
Alright, let's merge this way. So, let's get rid of some of you guys. Yeah, I think that'll probably do.
My mind.
Sorry I didn't say anything there, I was just concentrating. But yeah, so we've got 4 zombie pirate deckhands mob. The rest is all missiles. Then our other melee is going to be the animated hulks and the Mourngulls. So I got rid of the base melee deckhands mob that we had. So this is a much better army now.
Vampire.
And this one's okay. This would be good for like garrisons and stuff. Or basically, you know, keeping the peace. Or pushing and raiding. She actually benefits if she takes and sets up pirate coves. She gets loyalty increase, and she's quite low, so I'd like to do that with her if I could. But I'm feeling pretty confident now with this army that we could take out Tehenowin, even on our own, just with the 20 stack that we have now. Because at least we have some units that can compete.
Crazy.
I'm going to build this as well, portholes. It's either that or could we get anything here? We can't actually yet. What do we need? 2,300. We're making 197 per turn.
Curse my crowded psyche.
Maybe I should save it for the economy. I'm trying to think, will I build any of these anytime soon? Probably not, so I guess it could save it for a while. Alright, we'll just probably just have to end the turn then and see what Tehenowin does. If he attacks, then so be it. If he doesn't, if he tries to pass by, I think we're just going to go for him and open up the war and then force march and rush towards their towns before he can replenish. That's the plan.
One part of me wants to hear you speak. Another wants to kill you.
Oh, here we go. So Gorrock of Lizardmen, Itza, who actually does border us, has waged war. Interesting. Well, I guess we have our target. Is it wise to open up another war with Tehenowin? I don't know.
Can I offer you some blood-infused rum?
Don't do me dirty. What? Why? Plus 75 from being good friends. How are we negative 20? I don't understand. 75 and 4 is 79. Negative 50. And yet it's at negative 20 as a result. I don't get that. And we had a non-aggression. They're after breaking that just to do... Oh, God. They just waged war on a Bretonnian faction as well. Why bother? Technology researched gunnery crews. Missile strength 10% for gunnery, zombie pirate gunnery mob, but the research rate is now slowed significantly. So, the other thing was to get these. It's 1,000 gold and then 500 infamy. We don't have any infamy because we haven't been doing anything. So we'll just have to start working on something else. Casualty replenishment rate, immune to storm and reef attrition. That's actually pretty good. Leadership 5 for zombie pirate deckhands mob units. I think I'll go with the casualty replenishment rate because it's just quite valuable overall. We can just stop researching it. We don't have to it doesn't reset. We'll just go back to it. But it's just something to tick over in the background until we get our infamy up.
King of the Vampire Coast.
I think I'm just going to go to war with this guy right now.
Sail the world.
Even though we've just started a war with Itza. You know, it might seem crazy, but it's like the other thing then we do is just start running all the way down there and take forever. So I think we'll just go to war with these guys because they're going to join their buddy. They've been joining them all the time anyway.
Harkon rules.
Now, I have a feeling they're going to run away,
I am the Pirate King.
but we'll just chase. Hopefully we can get them. Your demise will be swift. Well, here we go. He's actually giving battle. He's not running away or anything. So before we begin, we should read about Tehennawan, seeing as he's been shadowing us this whole time, and we're finally about to meet him in battle. He is a legendary lord, so let's check him out. And by the way, we can see his army now, and I'm very glad I waited. Salamander hunting pack, 2 of them. Tier 3'd out of their minds. Ancient Salamander. No, I don't even know what they are. I don't own that DLC. Bastillodons, Horned Ones, Blessed Skink Skirmishers, Chameleon Skinks, Chameleon Stalkers, Red Crested Skinks, and then himself. So I don't even know what any of these are. So yeah. Alright, so let's check out Tehennawan of the Cult of Sotek. The time of the Great Serpent is nigh. One of the most significant events in the history of the Lizardmen was the rise of the skink cult of the serpent god, Sotek. Traditionally, the gods of the Lizardmen were, and still are, the Old Ones, said to have come to the world in its primeval era, from beyond the stars. Such shadowy entities as Zlakkodal, Sotek, Quaddle, Zunki, Zapati, Huanshi, and the inscrutable Tepok, whose decree was for the world to have a central place in their unknowable plans. Sotek was a new god, an upstart god, the god of the skinks, whose fateful prophecy was an obscure cautionary detail known only from a single plaque, once kept in the great pyramid temple of Chakwa, the city of gold. The former mage priests of Chakwa had believed the plaque of Sotek contained the true words of the Old Ones, but tragically did not ponder on them, assuming they spoke of events in the very distant future. Little did they know that Sotek's prophecy not only predicted the collapse of the Warp Gates, but also an imminent cataclysmic invasion of Lustria by the Skaven, starting with a deadly plague sweeping over the land. And so, when a virulent sickness arrived in Chakwa and decimated the population, it was already far too late. Soon the unprepared mage priests of the temple city were also overcome by the sickness and perished. With the spawning pools infected and countless skinks sick or dead, the events prophesied by the plaque of Sotek had begun. Doom had befallen the City of Gold. The remaining population of Chakwa were now leaderless, but the few survivors were of the particularly resilient generation of skinks known as the Red Crests. The greatest amongst them was an individual with a zeal for slaughtering Skaven very rarely seen in the dispassionate Lizardmen's ranks, Tehennawan, the prophet of Sotek. As his following grew, the cult of Sotek quickly became the focal point of the Lizardmen's counter-offensive against the Ratmen's virulent invasion. For Sotek himself is prophesied to be a mighty serpent of such awesome size and appetite that he could swallow the rat god himself and spend thousands of years digesting him. Having led the remaining cohorts of Chakwa on a migration ahead of the plague, Tehennawan triumphantly grasps the plaque of Sotek as he leads his apostles against Skaven armies wherever he finds them. It seems impossible for a short-lived skink to attain his lifespan, but it is whispered that as a snake sheds its skin and is renewed, so too does Sotek's chosen. The prophecy states that the serpent god's coming shall be heralded by the appearance of his forked tongue in the sky, but also that his invocation can only be made possible by sating his near-boundless appetite for sacrificial offerings. Tehennawan will not rest until the waters of the river Amaxon, Rud Red, with sacrifice Skaven blood, empowering Sotek to deliver Lustria from the rodent spawn once and for all. Alright, there you have it. Learned quite a bit. Now, it annoys me slightly that he's attacking us and not necessarily the Skaven, which he should be focusing on, although Clan Pestilence have been removed from Lustria. And we didn't actually learn too much about himself. He seems just like a religious zealot, an almost chosen one. So, without further delay, let's begin. Alright, here we are. Pretty standard kind of battlefield, just one kind of rolling hill. And I can actually turn this back on, can't I? There we go. Keep the foliage on, I guess. Now, our Winds of Magic hasn't been the best, so we'll gamble for a bit more. There we go. Ranald is with me, indeed. Very much so, actually, which is pretty good. We have our 2 army abilities now that we're back home. Norse Roar Wind ability. Nice. Okay, so our reinforcements are coming in from behind. Oh yeah, what am I saying? We're fighting an island battle, of course. So we just run off the coast. Although it looks like we've basically landed on the coast to fight. And our reinforcements are going to be coming in and landing as well. Fair enough. Alright, so let's line up our deck gunners. Sorry, our zombie pirate gunnery mob. Our deck gunners are the, these are the deck droppers. Deck gunners is a different unit. Now, it's the first time we can actually see the animated hulks. Let's check them out. We've been lucky with the weather in these battles. It's always been a particularly bright day. Often when you play as the Vampire Coast, you'll play in a very dark, gloomy setting. At least it's better for you guys. You'll be able to see the units a lot clearer, I think. These units look awesome. With the anchors tethered to them, the cannons and stuff like that. Alright, those are our animated hulks. So, we have our enemy laid out right in front of us. And they've got some big-ass units as well. A Bastillodon, the Ark of Sotek. A support monster. Anti-infantry causes terror and has poison effects. We have the Salamanders. I have never seen these before. Or I don't own them anyway. And then we have a big salamander, an ancient salamander. Looks really cool. So what does it do? Armor-piercing missile. Or sorry, it's a missile monster, yeah. Armor-piercing melee. Causes terror with a large splash as well. Well, we'll find out what they do soon enough. So I guess we'll deploy a bit more on the left so our reinforcements come in behind us. Let's just line these up in a pretty much straight line. Although sometimes it can be good with large units to have a bit of a reserve, so maybe the weaker units, there's 3 of them, put them behind. Put these 4 in front. And that way, if something blasts through the front line... Oh yeah, no, we have our polearm units now, which we saw earlier in the episode when we were fighting the Mutineers.
I smell blood.
Right, so polearms are in the front. We need to get them bogged down on the large units as quick as possible. And then we have our animated hulks for anti-infantry, although they don't seem to have any. Not really. Skink, there we go, red-crested skinks. Great axe infantry, so we'll try to throw them on them. Got Luthor, who's a ranged unit. We have our gunnery white, Will Kelly, he's with us. He looks really cool. Actually, yeah, what has he got? So we have a bomb throw, a magic missile, 70 meters. Fires 6 projectiles. Alright. More powder. Replenishes 30% ammunition. Has to target an ally. Don't think you can target yourself. Okay. I'm getting hyped. Really just don't want to lose too many units. As soon as we're done with this battle, we gotta rush as fast as we can to engage... what's it called? To just rush their towns, I guess, you know? So the animated hulks, yeah, so let's just flank our animated hulks with units either side. The polearms. Cannons as well, they're gonna need better line of sight than that. So we don't yet have abilities for Will Kelly to buff everyone around him, I don't think, so we'll just have to leave it as is. Alright, let's go. Are they moving? It looks like they are a little bit. Oh no, maybe not actually. They're just wagging their tails. Alright, these guys are just walking. And our buddies are coming in. The entire Vampire Coast force is here now in one spot.
Save my sword!
Save for our garrisons, I guess.
Getting it done! Fleet Admiral!
Alright, cool. Let's get some atmosphere going. And where is she?
Enemies, quail!
Pennywake, a wizard. Oh yeah, she can heal. We gave her those spells. Invocation and a Heck. Restores up to 1250 hit points. Resurrect dead combatants. And we have Raise Drowned Dead. Or whatever. Drowned Dead. Raise some zombies on the battlefield. And we have our army ability. Look at him, what a badass, right there at the front. Very lucky for us that they didn't push it all, because our cannons can just kind of get in place and be fine.
Luthor Harkon!
So we have a lot of melee troops. Kind of want to keep them just behind though. I know it seems a bit weird, but I want the AI, sorry, not the AI, I want the enemy to push our halberds as best as we can. We can put some extra gunnery mob on either side now though. Alright, that's basically the plan. So I'll do one of these jobs so you can see everything that's going on. Of course we have all these guys waiting in the shadows out there.
Fleet Admiral!
So that should make things pretty clear. We are going to be pushing uphill slightly. We're actually hitting them with our... There we go, we've activated them now. They're not going to sit back and take it any longer. Getting a little nervous, guys. I'm a little nervous.
Take hands! Soon!
Luthor Harkon!
That's not good. Hang on, just brace, brace. They're running right towards you. Just brace. Are you braced? I hope so. So these gunners should be able to actually shoot even there. Alright, we're gonna do the bomb throw. Throw a bomb on them. Take the shot. And I just smacked my own unit. But actually we did huge damage. Now we have our wind spell, let's do that. And we have a vortex. Let's do the vortex. That's a new spell we have for Luthor because he's currently a narcissist. Do not be afraid, guys, just get in there. Alright, the animated hulks have decimated that area. Let's just rush forward to those guys. We'll bring our dogs around. Where are they? And we'll try to engage these guys from behind. Alright, let's send Luthor forward.
I'm going!
Tehenna is right there. So we'll take some shots at him. Siphon his power. I'm okay with them running because I'm bringing my dogs up. Oh no, they got bogged down. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Morngol is going to jump on the Salamanders. Can't imagine that's a good matchup, but we'll see how it goes. And the dogs will chase these guys down. The blessed skink skirmishers, they are firing back at me though all the time. We should be faster than them. God, they're really fast. They're like cavalry. Things are going pretty well. I wonder where can we heal. This unit needs a heal now. Alright, we've done it. Oh yeah, we're losing units over there big time. The animated hulks have jumped up on the skinks though, so that's good. Alright, we're almost done. Almost done. Just fall back. So we still have an ancient salamander firing on us all the time, so we need to push up there with something. And we have the... Oh my god, I totally forgot about that guy. He's tearing us up. Tehenna-1 is down to 50% health. Where's Luthor? He can't get the shot in. Well, he can at least shoot this thing. It's huge. We also have our ward save to help us. We don't really need it, but we'll take some shots on the Bastillodon. Get all of these guys to fire on it too. That cavalry is rotated around, so we'll just have to move forward. Animated hulks are done. They finished the job. Gonna see if we can heal. Oh, we can't heal yet. Engage them in melee and we'll be in behind them. It's no problem. Oh, we didn't finish them off. They actually got away from us. I can't believe it. These bats are about to die. If we don't heal them like right now, they will die and not be in the next battle. Heal the bats. Alright, it's almost over. It's just Tehenna-1 himself left now. Get as many guns firing on him as we can, actually. There we go. Luthor's firing on him as well. It looks like he's in slow motion. Boost your ward save, man. Oh my god, we took him down just before. Nice. Alright, GG. I know that was very chaotic for me. I'm sorry. I need to get better. I tried to zoom in as well, so I'm like, my mind is kind of all over the place with a few things. That wind spell was pretty cool, though. Alright, GG. Still firing at them, actually. Oh, yeah, we should chase them down. Is there any left? Chase. Give chase. It's not over until it's over. They're actually almost off the map, but the dogs are on the chase. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get out. We might grab a couple just before they do. But yeah, I took way more losses than I should have because I just forgot about the Bastillodon as well. Looked back at it and it's like tearing up our front line. I was like, oh no. But oh well, at least we beat them. Just shows you though, that's why I didn't engage them early on. You don't even imagine how bad it would have been.
The vampire coast prevails.
Alright, ultimately it was considered a close victory. We gained a lot of money from them, which is good. Enchanted item, the terrifying mask of E. Ranked up to level 5. Now, the interesting thing is, like the salamander hunting packs, these units are all still alive. We really need to chase them and make sure they don't come back. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4 units in total. Now, replenishment, we only take 5%. It's not really that worth it. I think I'll just take the money. Yeah, I'll just take the money. It's a lot of money. 1,500 gold.
Freedom is not free.
Now, it depends. How far are they going to go?
Set
Oh,
sail.
man, that's brilliant. That's not far at all. So we'll just follow them. Well, now we got a stolen from the enemy, a terrifying mask of E. Never look upon the terrifying mask. You don't know what you might see. We defeated Tehenna-1. Casualties captured post-battle. 50% for the Lord's army. Attrition is negative 25%. Suffered for all all attrition types. Oh wow. And public order -2 in your enemy province. Untainted +0. That's weird. Ha! For all his power, the prophet couldn't foresee his own demise. There you go. See, that wouldn't have made much sense to me had we not read the lore. Nice, we got another treasure map.
Luthor Harkon.
So it's not over yet. Let's just level up our boys. Let's start back on the campaign music. So we have Luthor Harkon. The hunger, supernatural horror, causes terror. Restores 6 hit points per second. I'm gonna go with, again, more replenishment rate, I think. But then what else we have? 5% weapon strength for animated hulks and Mongols. Melee attack is increased then. Actually, yeah, let's just go with 2 of these then. Drowned and bound. Like unliving moths drawn inexorably towards a dazzling flame, the risen drowned strive and stumble to always be close to the one who has bound them. So that's pretty good. Our Gunnery White can level up now.
I smell a defector.
So, Cackle Fruit and then Enhanced Ballistics. Those are the 2 we want. So Cackle Fruit, again, is another sort of projectile we can use. Enhanced Ballistics. It's an augment around you. For 25 seconds, all allies get 20 reload skill and 30 accuracy. Yeah. Let's get that. Pennywake has not leveled up.
King of the Vampire Coast.
Now, we've already fought them once, so they can't run away a second time, right?
Luthor Harkon.
And they've got a new lord in place now. Or just a temporary one. Basmackle.
My madness is not weakness.
So, decisive victory. It says we're not going to lose anything, and we'll kill the entire army. So we'll just auto-resolve it, because we had our battle. We've seen what we can do. So we'll just auto-resolve it.
Got them like fish.
Alright, we got a little bit of leveling up for one of our Mongol units. Got even more loot. They're all dead now. We could replenish or get even more gold. Now we're talking 7,000 gold. And we've just opened up war with both Lizardmen factions that are bordering us. So that's going to be a bit tough going forward. But also, they're at war with many. It's not just us. They're at war with Clan Mange, with us, and the Blessed Dread. So that's good. So it's not just a sole focus on us. Now, I think we're going to keep up the pressure. We'll go full speed and just rush in. Actually, before we rush in, let's get more skills for... I think, yeah, the casualty replenishment is what I kind of want now. So I'm going to get the third option here, which is going to go from melee attack 4 for animated hulks and Mongols, increased speed for bloated corpse. This gives us a charge bonus for bloated corpse units. So I guess we don't actually need that then. Haunting horrors, missile strength for deck droppers. Excuse me. Missile strength, charge bonus for terror guys, scurvy dogs, and Cyrene. Ammunition for Carronade Mortar and Queen Bess. Don't think we need this stuff yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the replenishment and leader aura size. Oh, he had 1 more point. Oh, weird. We didn't get 2 points that time.
There is little honor.
And then we have Will Kelly yet again. It's just leveled up. So, training. I'm gonna double down on training. Oh, I can only get 1. Okay. Reload time reduction for the hero. Ammunition for the hero. Sorry, this is the hero's army. All missile units get reduced reload time reduction. Yeah, let's go. What's powder keg actually? Cooldown to 15% to more powder. Ability number of uses +1 for more powder. So to give more ammo. That's fine. Let's get that one. Alright, good. So we're leveled up. We're in our forced march stance. So let's just move now.
Not stupid. I know these waters.
Alright, we're a man with a mission. Now, because we're at war with the other Lizardmen this way, I'm going to send Penny back down to Blood Swamps, because we have bolstered its garrison somewhat. She can come down and help defend it further. Now that we've got money, we can also level it up and bolster that garrison just a little bit more. And also get more units. Force march with her. She's also leveled up, so let's give her the base movement range. She has the Drowned Dead ability. Campaign movement range +2, even further. Yeah, I'd like her to be able to get around, basically. Let's do that.
was never.
Actually, just go this way. Go this way. You're healing anyway, so we might as well take the ocean. Or if we sit in here, we replenish faster, and it's cheaper. All right, good. So we have good money. We're actually still profitable. We're force marching up this way. We could always raise dead and merge up a bit. We can't build though. I was hoping to actually get that building done, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose.
Those fools.
I'll leave that. I'm gonna invest into Luthor's ship and level this up next time we can build, and then we can get some better troops as we push. I want to go to Zahutek. So we just wiped that army out. Yeah, actually, really, Temple of Glencan is where we want to go, so we can set up a pirate cove. So maybe I'll just force march straight that way. Seems like the shortest route though is to go through the other town first, so maybe we'll just have to do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. I might just raise it or just sack it, level up that way.
Lord of Fear.
Now, has she gained loyalty? She was by proxy helping in those battles. She actually didn't. She's still on 3. Alright, well, some interesting developments. You know, we're now at war suddenly with 3 factions. If we have a little zoom out and we go to diplomatic status, we can see we're at war with all of that territory. And we're now also at war, we can barely see it because it's in the fog of war, but with Harkon the Black. So I really hope he doesn't sail across, otherwise we're in for a world of trouble. We have our rights and everything that we can do if we need to help. What do we have with this one? Loyalty won't decline. Public order. Recruitment cost is reduced. 2,000 gold though. Not really worth it unless you plan on spamming a full stack, I think. Money-wise. Alright, that's going to have to be it for this episode. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Sorry for the slow moments, you know, as we get to these big battles. That was a great... I had a lot of fun in that battle though. And I'm really looking forward now to what's going to happen now that we're at war with 2 Lizardmen factions. So I'm going to be heavily recruiting those anti-large units. They seem to hold much better than the regular ones, especially against those cavalry units and things. Alright, that's going to be it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing the response to these first 2 episodes. And the next one will be on Thursday. Remember to subscribe if you want to help support the channel in general. Consider maybe posting it, telling a friend, telling others, sharing it in some way or another if you're enjoying the series. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.